Nintendo is absolutely furious at the accessory manufacturer Genki for their leaks and renderings of the Nintendo Switch 2 before the Switch 2 was even announced. So far, the fact is that they're suing them. Genki have actually responded to this lawsuit from Nintendo. Let's talk about it, let's get into it in this video. Hit like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you love Switch 2. We've only got 30 something days to go before we get the release date, or until we get to the release date I should say. If you're still trying to get yourself a pre-order for the Switch 2, check out our 24/7 Nintendo Switch 2 stock tracker, link in the video description down below, or on my channel page. And if you're looking to get your hands on a microSD card for your Switch 2, which is the EX version, hover over this little bottom thing on the left, click view products, and then check out the links to the products to the SanDisk microSD 256GB SD 128 gigs and the 1TB Lexar one. I've put them all here in the products page. It's the only place you could order them right now. They're selling out like hotcakes. Do not miss out. Do not miss out. Get your hands on the Switch 2 microSDs, and they're linked down below. And lastly, if you're looking for really good Switch 2 accessories, I highly recommend you head over to JSOC's link in the video description as well for all the best Switch 2 accessories. Get yourself ready for the Switch 2 and get these things ordered as soon as possible. So if you don't know who Genki is, basically they're an accessory manufacturer for the Switch 2. And before the Switch 2 was officially announced, basically they were putting out 3D renders of the Switch 2. And Nintendo weren't too happy about it because it kind of took the wind out of Nintendo's sails a little bit. This is what they were posting. And I remember at trade shows at CES, they were actually showcasing their accessories for the Switch 2, and they were using a 3D digital render of the Switch 2 in that marketing material to where they were promoting their accessories. And it was the Switch 2. Even then, back then, we were like, this has to be official, right? This looks official. I honestly thought it was an official render. The 3D renders they were making for this, I thought they were official renders from Nintendo. But to find out they were leaked inadvertently, and Nintendo didn't give the go-ahead beforehand, yeah, Nintendo's really peeved off and they're going to sue them. So let's dive in. So accessory manufacturer Genki responds to Nintendo's Switch 2 lawsuit. Focus remains on building gear for gamers. Last weekend, Nintendo formally opened a lawsuit against accessory manufacturer Genki following a Switch 2 leak at this year's CES. We saw Nintendo's side of the story in the initial court documents and now Genki's released a statement confirming that the team is taking it seriously and working with legal counsel to respond thoughtfully. In a post on Twitter from Team Genki, Genki, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm hoping it's Genki. The accessory manufacturer stated that it cannot comment in detail on the matter, though it is continuing to make preparations to fulfill orders and showcase products at the upcoming PAX East. We're proud of the work we've done. We stand by the quality and originality of our products, the company noted. While the team promised to share more when we can, the focus still seems to be on doing what we do best, building gear for gamers. You can find the full statement below, so let's see what they've got to say in full. So you may have seen that Nintendo recently filed a lawsuit against us. We're taking it seriously and working with legal counsel to respond thoughtfully. What we can say is this: Genki's always been an independent company focused on building innovative gaming accessories for the community we love. We're proud of the work we've done. We stand by the quality and originality of our products. While we can't comment in detail, we're continuing preparations to fulfill orders and showcase our newest products. We're grateful for the overwhelming support we've received so far, and we'll share more when we can. And part of the reason why we leaked the Switch 2 was because Nintendo were taking forever to reveal the Switch 2 themselves, and we had products to sell, products to promote, and we wanted to promote our brand at CES, which, as you know, starts at the start of the year. So we decided enough is enough, Nintendo. We're not going to wait to promote our brand, promote our company, promote our products. We're going to show off the Switch 2 and show off our products that are on the Switch 2 at CES at the start of the year. Nintendo lawyers be damned. Well, it didn't work out too well for them. So this is obviously the tweet here from them. Colin says, "Screw Nintendo. I love these guys. You guys are absolutely cooked. Pretty crazy that you would showcase 3D printed Switch 2 accessories before Nintendo even revealed the console." I think they just wanted to get their brand out there. I think part of it was probably a marketing ploy, right? They knew everyone was hyped up for the Switch 2. They knew we were waiting for the Switch 2 to get revealed. We were wondering what it was going to look like. There was a lot of renders and 3D concepts out there. And when they came to CES, it really drew a lot of attention, and it had a buzz around it. You know, people were like, oh my god, is this the Switch 2? Look at the color scheme. This has to be the Switch 2. And we saw 3D renders of the Switch 2. We saw 3D printed accessories for the Switch 2. So obviously Genki must have had some sort of agreement or were given samples or 3D models of the Switch 2 prior to reveal, you know, to get the upper hand and try to get the early, you know, basically to try and get an early start on making accessories for this thing, and they must have broke some sort of agreement with Nintendo to basically that prevented them from showing off their products and showing off the console, and they decided to say, screw it, you know, we've got a product to sell, we want to promote our company, our brand, our accessories, and hopefully Nintendo won't sue us, but hopefully this will, you know, create some hype and get Genki's name out there as far as accessory brands are concerned. And it worked. It did work. It did work. But now they're getting another kind of, you know, now they're getting a different kind of attention. The attention from the drama over them being sued by Nintendo. So they're still getting their name out there. It's free press. Sometimes bad press is still good, right? I forgot the saying. There's no such thing as bad press. Well, there we go. So yeah, great seeing you at CES. Huge bummer that this is happening. All of that to get a bit of time to finish to be closed. I hope this. You're screwed. Oh, damn, Dean. Jeez, Dean. Look at this. Dean, settle down. I don't think what Genki did was wise, but all the info was already on the internet. The tablet, the Joy-Cons with mouse sensor, even the system's main board and red carts. Genki really didn't harm Nintendo in any meaningful way because they didn't reveal anything new at CES. You bought a black market model of the Switch 2, you literally bought stolen goods, and you're already dead in the war. You have no leg to stand. Okay, so they bought a black market model of the Switch 2. I did not know that. If that's true, that is wild. Nintendo has the biggest... Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. In the lawsuit related to the hardware you offer or from the whole Switch 2 reveal thing. Okay, nah, y'all are screwed. Okay, so basically the community is kind of hit and miss and a little bit mixed on this. Let's read some more PG-13 comments from Nintendo Life, right? To respond thoughtfully. Well, that's new. This company is just your typical dime and a dozen crap drop ship company selling these cheap Chinese garbage and a little like that. Nothing lost on this, not much money to get for Nintendo. They're probably just going to declare bankruptcy before this lawsuit even starts. I'm rooting for Genki, to be honest. Have you checked their website? It's just typical run-of-the-mill dropshipping website. That's all they are. They manufacture nothing, just rebranded cheap Chinese Temu quality garbage. These dropshipping companies are the worst. Jump through import tax loopholes, flood our markets with cheap Chinese plastic crap that breaks in quickly, greatly adding to our plastic waste and e-waste problems. What's weird about this, as others also mentioned last time, is that Nintendo's suing Genki for infringing its trademarks. Didn't think those could apply in such a case. What's not unexpected at all is that Nintendo took action considering what happened, and yeah, as much as I'm never happy to see lawsuits, in this case Genki definitely had it coming. What's your evidence? Show me one of their products unlabeled on AliExpress or similar places. Genki deserve everything that's coming their way. They have nothing of their own. They just exist of feeding off their own other business success. Nothing new here, but the way they undermine one of those businesses and treat them with such contempt, scummy business practice, and it will be the end of them. Reputation is the key to successful business. Genki's reputation is gone forever. So there we go. That's all she wrote for Genki, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, Genki, I honestly hadn't heard of Genki before this. I did see the Switch 2 concept revealed at CES. Wasn't sure if it was from Nintendo themselves or if they knew something that we didn't. If they bought a black market Switch 2 that somehow made its hands into the black market, that would be wild. But yeah, what do you think? What do you guys think is going to happen to Genki? Are they going to have to declare bankruptcy? Yeah, have you ordered any accessories from Genki? Let me know in the comments. I'll tell you one company, though, that you should buy accessories from, and that isn't like Genki, that do make their own gear, and that is JSOX, one of the best handheld gaming console accessory manufacturers. They've got a new Switch line coming. They've got a lot of great accessories. I've actually done a video, go check my channel out, where I go through a lot of the accessories and the ones in particular that I like this one, the battle armor protective case, the transparent case over here, slimline case, the thumbstick grips from JSOX, they also come in black, by the way. And also, yeah, I like this case that comes with the charger, the game slots. There's this thin line transparent one as well, hard case with the front cover. They've got the mod case for the Switch 2, and they've also got a carrying case that has crazy amounts of storage for everything, including a dock. I don't know if it would fit the Switch 2 dock. It probably wouldn't, but it's got a crazy amount of storage for every accessory you would want to bundle into this thing, right? Headphones, chargers, earpods, games, you name it. Yeah, JSOX is awesome. Go check them out. And again, check out our products, the SanDisk micro SDs here. We've got the 256, 128, and the 1TB available right now on the right hand side, underneath the video, on the video, underneath in the description. Go check SanDisk out. Go get them from SanDisk, Newegg, Adorama, wherever they're selling these. You've got the 1TB, 256, 128 there. Get your hands on a micro SD while you still can before they sell out everywhere.